Finance Minister Tito Mboweni is going to unveil what is a supplementary budget on the 24th of June 2020, and that's going to happen at 3 p.m. But the need for a supplementary budget isn't one that we're well accustomed to. It's one element that has been brought about because of the coronavirus. South Africa has had to put together a 500 billion rand relief package for the economy, whether it ranges from small businesses to unemployed people in the country as well. So the supplementary budget is here to give notion as to where the money will be reprioritized from and certainly taken from one area to another area within the sectors of the economy. At the same time, Finance Minister Tito Mboweni has also made note of trying to get a zero-based budget. What does that mean? Well, he's trying to get South Africans to continue to fight for every single rand and cent when it comes to the budget every single year. So that means you will not get, as a department, more money than you did last year just because there's an increase in inflation. You would probably have to come up with an exact budget for every single year. And that is how he will get you the money in your budget and agree to those items. But nonetheless, the supplementary budget will be announced, and when that announcement is being made, one of the key elements to look out for is certainly South Africa's growth picture. While the South African Reserve Bank has instituted a growth rate of expected around a contraction of 7% for South Africa, one could see South Africa fall even further if other institutions are to be believed, as BNP Paribas, who believe that it could go further than even 8.5% into contraction. So the negative growth rate is one that is going to stick. The question is just how much. Also, South Africa's unemployment rate, how far does the National Treasury believe things could worsen by? How many jobs could be lost, of course, throughout the year as well, is going to be quite significant. Also, South Africa's total debt as a GDP was scheduled to be around 60% at the end of the 2021 fiscal year. But that figure could now even go beyond that, to beyond 85% of GDP. We could even get to a crisis at some point in 2024, according to Finance Minister Tito Mboweni, who says that we could have 100% of our debt equal to 100% of our GDP. Now that is a figure we don't want to get to, because it does mean that South Africa may not be able to sustain its budget and may have to go back to the International Monetary Fund and ask for funding in order to fund some of the needs it has, such as social grants and education. So the budget does come at a time when South Africa does need surety and clarity as to where the money will come from, where exactly it will go, where to from here, and how best to get back to where South Africa has been.